Dawn decided that she had to leave Joe Tate after Billy Fletcher revealed that her future husband was responsible for sending him to hospital. Dawn and Billy began making arrangements to escape England and head to Spain, convinced they could make their getaway while Joe was enjoying his stag celebration. However, the situation became extremely tense earlier in the week when Dawn and Billy discovered that Joe had not travelled to Prague as expected. Graham Foster led them into a field, where Joe surprised everyone by announcing a joint stag and hen party. Following the clay pigeon shooting, Joe took the group to the hide for some food and drinks. That was where Billy learned something shocking. Kev Barton had heard about the celebration and turned up hoping to enjoy the free refreshments. After drinking heavily, Kev confessed to Billy that he had been the person who attacked him, rather than Joe. Billy was suddenly faced with a difficult choice. If he told Dawn what had really happened, she would have no reason to abandon Joe, leaving Billy devastated. But if he remained silent, he could escape with Dawn and start a new life, although he would have to keep the truth hidden indefinitely. The following week brings the long-awaited wedding day of Dawn and Joe. As the morning begins, Graham conceals his concerns while reassuring Joe that everything will go perfectly. Inside, Dawn is extremely anxious when she discovers that Kim has returned. She realizes that getting away will be much harder with Kim watching closely, but Billy succeeds in reassuring her. Dawn then praises Billy for always being dependable, causing his feelings of guilt to become even stronger. Although Kim's kindness makes Dawn feel increasingly guilty, she pushes those emotions aside and uses memories of her father to find a way to distract Kim so she can escape. By now, Graham has become convinced that Dawn is keeping a secret. His persistent questioning eventually causes Lucas to make a mistake and accidentally exposes his parents' escape plan. Graham rushes to Home Farm and finds Dawn outside the stables speaking to Billy on the phone. Shocked that she intends to break Joe's heart, Graham listens as Dawn explains that she has every reason to flee because Joe supposedly put Billy in hospital. Graham then asks a question that leaves Dawn stunned. If Joe attacked Billy, how could Billy have known who hit him when the assault happened from behind? The question clearly troubles Dawn, but she refuses to dwell on it. When Graham fails to convince her to stay, he takes her car keys in an attempt to stop her from leaving. Dawn, however, is determined to continue with her plan. She grabs a shovel and strikes Graham, knocking him to the ground. Now the clock is ticking. With Dawn Taylor's departure drawing closer, will she really escape with Billy and leave everything behind? Or could her desperate plan end in tragedy? Emmerdale's DS Ramsden is hiding several secrets, and they could soon be exposed. DS Ramsden appears to be concealing more than simply her reasons for going after the Tate family in Emmerdale. According to producer Laura Shaw, Thea has a few secrets of her own, and viewers may soon discover what she has been hiding. Speaking exclusively to the Mirror, Laura also teased that Thea's connection with Serena Sugden will become increasingly significant. She suggested that their relationship will play an important role in upcoming storylines, while hinting that Ramsden has plenty more to keep hidden from the rest of the village. Laura said, Serena and Thea is going to be a really important relationship going forward. She added that viewers would begin to see more of their interactions and hinted that some of DS Ramsden's secrets could eventually come to light. The producer appeared close to revealing a major spoiler before stopping herself, suggesting that whatever she nearly disclosed could have given viewers a major clue about Thea's true intentions. Her comments do make one thing clear, though. The bond between Serena and Thea is set to develop and could become central to the storyline. There is also now evidence that Ramsden may be hiding more than one secret. Viewers already know that she has been pursuing Kim Tate and her family for an unexplained reason, but the question remains about what else she could be keeping hidden. The speculation intensified after fans began suggesting that Thea could actually be Jean Tate. Recent scenes showed her determined to gather information about the family, so she could finally take Kim down. Jean, the daughter of Zoe Tate, was previously seen on the show as a young child. Could Thea have returned under another identity with the intention of taking back Home Farm? Her choice of words about finally defeating Kim has also led to questions about whether her actions could be connected to her mother, Zoe. There has also been speculation about why Thea appeared particularly hostile towards Joe and whether their family connection could explain her behavior. One viewer suggested that DS Ramsden could be Jean Tate, seeking revenge on Kim on behalf of Zoe. Another fan claimed they were convinced Thea was Jean, while a third predicted that she would eventually be revealed as Zoe's daughter. Someone else wondered whether Thea could be Jean living under a new identity, although they questioned whether Joe would really fail to recognize her. Another theory pointed to Thea's strange behavior around Joe, including her immediate defense of him and the fact that she used his first name. The unusual interaction has left some viewers convinced that there is a deeper connection between them. Fans have also pointed out that Jean and Joe spent part of their childhood together while being raised by Zoe. This has led to speculation that Joe may not immediately recognize Jean as the person she has become. Another viewer summed up the theory by suggesting that Thea could indeed be Jean Tate, adding that it would be an ironic twist if both Tate cousins returned to the village after years away while hiding behind false identities. Emmerdale's Charity becomes increasingly suspicious over Serena and Thea's secret. Charity Dingle is becoming increasingly wary of Serena Sugden in Emmerdale, as viewers already know that Serena has secretly been working with DS Thea Ramsden as part of a plan to bring down the Tate family. The latest episode began with Thea being ordered to leave by Graham Foster after he caught her searching around Home Farm. Later, Thea arrived outside the Woolpack and met Serena to discuss what had happened with Graham. Thea remained confident that their scheme would succeed, suggesting that powerful people can eventually be brought down, but Serena appeared far less comfortable with the situation. Serena questioned why Thea always felt the need to take things too far, explaining that she had family in the village and did not want their plans to ruin her life there. Although Charity could not hear their conversation, she spotted Serena and Thea speaking through the pub window, immediately making her suspicious about what was going on between them. Later in the pub garden, Charity confronted Serena after mentioning that she had noticed her talking to the police officer earlier. Serena attempted to explain the meeting away, saying she had simply been checking some details connected to a statement she had previously given and insisting that there was nothing to worry about. Serena then reminded Charity of everything they had experienced together and asked her to trust her. For the moment, Charity accepted the explanation and allowed the matter to go, but it seems unlikely that her suspicions will disappear completely. Serena's actress Casey Al-Shaksi has also discussed whether her character could eventually find herself caught between Charity and Thea. She explained that Serena views the two women as completely separate relationships and therefore does not feel torn between them. Serena genuinely cares about Charity, particularly because their friendship is still relatively new, and she tends to become attached to people who enter her life. When it comes to Thea, Serena has a much longer history with her, and the pair share a close bond. However, Serena does not usually think about how helping one person could affect the other because she keeps the two relationships completely separate. She does feel guilty about hiding the full truth, especially because keeping secrets has already caused problems for her in the past. Even so, Serena continues to believe that her relationships with Charity and Thea are separate, and she cares deeply about both of them. Emmerdale airs on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1, or streams from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.